Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle, Reiki, Spiritual Healer. And today we are talking about purification rituals. And in order to understand what I mean by this, that there are certain rituals when you are seeking justice. There are certain rituals in order to cleanse negative energy, to remove negative demons and toxic people. There are certain purification rituals in order to remove monitoring spirits, wolf spirits. And again, we're going to get into all of these this week because I think it's very necessary. A lot of people are asking me, about purification rituals in order to remove grief, in order to remove any kind of negative energy from your heart that may have been sent by the entity, any injuries that you may feel from the entity, and they want to take purification baths for that. So there are certain purification rituals that we will have to go through. But the first thing that we first have to understand is that we want to call on, the infinite waters in order to cleanse the negative energy. And we had those infinite waters in the Holy Bible, and we have them also in the Holy Quran. And those infinite waters are the waters that are from Noah, that was cleansing negative energy from the land, demanding judgment upon the people. Those infinite waters are the ones that we want when we're calling back our power and demanding judgment in our situation in the courtroom. And we're cleansing the negative energy and sending negative energy back to those who are in positions of power in government. And we also have cleansing waters that are healing for us, that restore us. And we have already talked about those and the herbs on last week. The Job tears water, cleansing waters that you can use up on your body for purification in your homes, purification of any kind of negative energy, restoration of your health, your money. And we always want to call upon those infinite waters. And what we're talking about here is making sure that you're purifying your surroundings with the infinite water. And you want to use the waters that were used in the Bible and in the Holy Quran. And we're going to first start off talking about the waters that were used in the Bible to call judgment upon, the land, upon people, the scourge of the earth, to remove the Nephilim off the earth during the time of Noah. So we understand that there are cleansing waters and purification rituals that we can use, that the Holy Bible gives us in our situation, that may not be understood by some people, that this is the way that you will cleanse or sprinkle this kind of water, for certain situations, for negative entities that are trying to attack you, for marine spirits that are trying to attack you. And you want to cleanse yourself and purify yourself from these negative entities, always using what is in the holy books in order to cleanse ourselves in situations from negative energy. So it gives us these waters that we can use in order to get a judgment, the judgment removed, in order to remove the judgment that is over our head, that we are being attacked, gang stalked in society. We want to make sure that we understand that this is what was happening in the time of Noah, where, the leaders of the city was attacking him. The leaders of the city, they were talking about him, so we wanted to cleanse that negative energy of people and high officials attacking us and gang stalking us, and using different kinds of tactics to attack us in society, in our homes, in the court system. People, that have taken us to court on false charges that we have been falsely accused. These types of waters will cleanse that negative energy so that, we will have a favorable, honorable decision. You can reach out to me for even more ways to cleanse this kind of negative energy from you. I will acclimate a gift to your situation. If you're having, court case problems, or gang stalkers who are high officials, CPS, people who have attacked you in the DHS system, the government system, the court system, any kind of negative energy, the police system. Brother Muhammad has reached out to me and told me I gave you his account that he's being stalked by the police and the sheriff, because he's held them accountable, the system accountable. And so a lot of times when we don't understand how to cleanse these situations, you'll have to reach out to me so that I can help you with these situations when you are being attacked and gang stalked. And it's sad. It's sad that we have to go through this, but these narcissists in high places, in governmental positions, they will set up on you at any level, at any cost. So we are also understanding that, cleansing this negative energy, there are different prayers in the Holy Book in order to remove this negative energy. And I already have given you 2 of the prophets, peace be upon Noah and peace be upon Job, that you can, use for restoration and use for the judgment in your situation. But we also want to pray over ourselves. And I also like to use Ezekiel 36 and 25. And this is the sprinkling of the water in order to remove negative energy. And I'm going to read to you exactly what it says. It says, Ezekiel 36 and 25, I will sprinkle clean water upon you and you will be cleansed. So this is the way that you want to do this as well. And we also want to remove the negative energy from our hearts and our conscience, our hearts and our minds. When we have been doing things to people that have caused these attacks in our lives, when people have set up on us because we were being vain and arrogant upon the land. So I give you Hebrews 10 and 22 to wash our pure heart of a guilty conscience, to wash us of a pure heart and a guilty conscience. So we want to make sure we're using these two verses in the Holy Bible in order to remove negative energy from us. In order to remove it from our hearts and minds, whether we have caused it or not, whether we feel some kind of injury that someone, our parents, someone in society has injured us, you want to be cleansed of that kind of negative energy, that kind of weight, those kinds of attacks, because you have to be able to forgive. I already told you and gave you the verses for that in a previous video this week. And you can go back and look at that. You want to be using these purification rituals in order to cleanse any kind of negative energy when you are being gang stalked in society and attacked, by people in the government, by, the sheriff, any kind of officers. So you can reach out to me again and book your one-on-one sessions with me if you're having these kinds of problems in your life. In order for you to know how to use these rituals, you will have to book a life coaching session. And I thank all of you for reaching out to me and asking me your questions. I thank all of you for requesting your topics. And I really appreciate everything that you have been doing, because, these cleansing rituals are necessary for you to call on those, infinite cleansing waters to cleanse yourself of any kind of toxic, negative attacks that the government may have sent to you, that, any kind of government official may attack you with. And, create these kinds of gang stalking trauma bonds within the community where they are trying to bring you into a low vibration so that they cannot be seen, so that, they can talk about you to other people so that they can harm you in the community, so that they can take things that don't belong to them, so that they can make you feel like you're crazy. And we want to make sure that these types of things are exposed. And there are ways that that negative energy can be sent back to those people who are attacking us for no other reason than that they are narcissists and they want to stay in their position of power and authority in order to use it and abuse people with their authority. You know, we're seeing that in the government, and, you know, I will never cease on calling that out. And we should all be calling that kind of abuse out of our own people, of the system, you know, things that have been taken away to harm our people, laws that have been put into effect in order to harm our people of color. And there are different ways that we need to understand that we can cleanse that negative energy. And the people who are doing this negative attack upon the land, it can be cleansed and returned back to sender. You will just need to reach out to me so that we can understand who the person is and what position they hold, so that any negative energy that is being sent out, it doesn't matter who it is, we can pray against that person and we can cleanse ourselves of any kind of attack when we have infinite waters. So I appreciate all of you for reaching out to me to understand what the purification ritual is. You know, we can use it with court cases, cleansing baths in order to remove negative energy. I appreciate all of you reaching out to me for the healing cleansing baths with the Job tears that, you know, we can use to cleanse any kind of health problems that have been sent, or attacks that have been sent to bring us into a low vibrational state. So please continue to reach out to me and contact me. Book your one-on-one consultations, book your life coaching sessions, book your video chat sessions, donate to my channel. I'm High Oracle, Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.